Imagine facing a setback so monumental it feels like your world is crashing down around you. Picture this. You've been working at the same company for over a decade. You've given it your all, your sweat, your tears, your time. You've climbed the corporate ladder, and then, one day, you're told your services are no longer needed. Or consider this. You've been in a relationship for a long time, years perhaps. You've built a life together, shared dreams, created memories, and then it ends abruptly. In moments like these, the feelings of despair, hopelessness, and confusion can be overwhelming. You might feel as though you're stuck in a storm with no shelter in sight. The ground beneath you feels shaky, and the future looks uncertain. It's like you're in a dark tunnel and you can't see the light at the end of it. But dear listener, it's in these moments that something truly remarkable can happen. Something that can change the course of your life. It's a quality that we all possess, although some might not realize it. It's the ability to withstand the storm, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to emerge stronger on the other side. This quality, my friends, is resilience. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about using the bricks life throws at you to build a stronger foundation. It's about turning obstacles into stepping stones, and setbacks into comebacks. It's about learning from your failures, growing from your mistakes, and finding hope in the darkest of times. So imagine again those monumental setbacks, but now with a different lens. A lens of resilience. Would it change how you perceive the situation? Would it change how you respond to it? But what if there was a way to bounce back from these challenges? Wouldn't you want to know how? This is where resilience comes in. Resilience is not a magical quality that only a select few possess. Quite the contrary, it's a skill, a learned ability to bounce back from adversity. So how does science explain this? Well, it's all about the brain's incredible capacity to adapt. This adaptability, or neuroplasticity as it's called in the scientific world, allows us to change our behaviors, thoughts, and emotions in response to new situations or experiences. Research in neuroscience and psychology provides compelling evidence that resilience can be developed and strengthened over time. Like a muscle, it grows stronger with practice. The key lies in training our brains to respond more effectively to stress, not by avoiding it, but by facing it head-on, understanding it, and learning from it. So remember, resilience is not about being unaffected by life's trials and tribulations. It's about learning how to navigate them. Resilience is achievable for everyone, and it starts with understanding that it's not about avoiding stress, but learning how to thrive within it. So how can you build resilience? It's easier than you might think. Firstly, maintaining a positive outlook is crucial. Now, this doesn't mean ignoring the hard stuff. Rather, it's about keeping your eyes on the bigger picture, understanding that setbacks are temporary and that you can overcome them. Imagine you're a marathon runner. You don't get fixated on the steep hill in front of you. Instead, you focus on the finish line, knowing that the hill is just a small part of your journey. But optimism alone isn't enough. You need to practice self-care too. This is more than just bubble baths and chocolate cake, although those can be part of it. It's about making time for yourself, getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and engaging in activities you enjoy. Think of yourself as a car. You wouldn't expect a car to run smoothly without regular maintenance, right? Same goes for you. Next, let's talk about setting realistic goals and expectations. This is about understanding your capacity and setting goals that challenge but don't overwhelm you. Picture a weightlifter. He doesn't start by trying to lift 200 pounds on his first day. He starts small, gradually increasing the weight as his strength builds. You should do the same with your goals. Now it's time to talk about social connections. We humans are social creatures. We thrive when we feel connected to others. So don't isolate yourself during tough times. Reach out to friends, family, or even join a support group. It's like being part of a team. When one player is down, the others are there to help them back up. Lastly, remember that resilience isn't about avoiding stress or hardship. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about learning to navigate and thrive within it. So the next time you face a challenge, don't shy away from it. Embrace it as an opportunity to grow, to build your resilience muscles. Remember, the aim isn't to avoid stress or hardship, but to learn how to navigate and thrive within it. Now that you know how to build resilience, it's time to put it into action. Imagine you're dealing with a high-stress project at work. The deadlines are tight, the expectations are high, and the workload feels overwhelming. Instead of succumbing to the pressure, you can apply resilience by reframing the situation. See it as a challenge rather than a threat. Ask yourself, what can you learn from this? How can this experience make you stronger? By shifting your perspective, you transform a stressful situation into an opportunity for growth. Let's consider another scenario. You're going through a rough patch in your relationship. Arguments are frequent and it feels like you're drifting apart. Rather than letting the strain break you, use resilience to navigate through this rocky phase. Communicate openly, understand each other's point of view, and work together to find a solution. Remember, it's not about avoiding conflict, but about how you manage and learn from it. Now, think about a health concern that's been bothering you. Maybe you've been diagnosed with a chronic illness, or you're struggling to maintain a healthy lifestyle. It's easy to feel defeated, but resilience can help you cope. Accept that there are things you can't change, but focus on what you can control. Make small, manageable changes to your lifestyle. Seek support from friends, family, or a professional. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Everyday life is full of challenges, but resilience gives you the tools to tackle them head-on. It's about turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. It's about seeing every setback as a setup for a comeback. By practicing resilience, not only can you bounce back from setbacks, but you can also turn them into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. It's time to embrace the power of resilience.